Hi, my name is Sophia Gardner. I'm a reporter with the Daily Collegian covering the SGA, and I'm here with Ibrahim Akar and Joseph Abraham, who are running for SGA President and Vice President. If you guys want to introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I'm Ebe. I'm a junior. I'm a business management major. I'm an econ minor. I'm on the UMass rugby team. I'm president of the Arab Cultural Association, and I'm here to make a big change.
Hi, I'm Joe Abraham. I am also a junior. I am I'm a psych major on the neuroscience track, and I'm pre-med. And just like Abe, I'm also here to make a big change.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask the candidates each 3 questions. They're going to answer together, and they're going to have 2 minutes. So that time will start right after I ask you the first question. And that question is going to be, what are your policy initiatives? And you guys can go now.
All right. So I want to say that we have a lot of policy initiatives, but I'd say our main 3 are going to be one, bringing better representation of minorities to UMass. 2, having a clear and more transparent, dialogue between the administration and then the student body, as well as the SGA and the student body. And then our third one would honestly be defunding and reforming the UMPD.
Yeah, most important. I'm definitely all for opening up the dialogue between the SGA and the student population. Seems like there is a lot of sort of distrust between the student body and the SGA, and also just a lot of a lack of information about what the SGA even does. I bet you could ask a lot of current students, and they wouldn't know. They wouldn't even know who the president is. They wouldn't know a lot of their responsibilities in being the voice for the students. So we want to change that, and we want to be the voice of the students.
Okay, awesome. So if you guys are ready for your next question, I'll ask that now. You guys ready?
Go for it.
Okay, awesome. Why do you think that your ticket is the best team, and why should people vote for you? You can start now.
All right. So in all honesty, we feel like the SGA is really dysfunctional, and I think that there's a lot that needs to be changed internally before we can even think about what's going on outside of the SGA and like how the SGA can change the life of individual students on campus. Our opponents, it's essentially more of the same. Now, we can't say that certain candidates are going to be on the ballot or not, since that is currently up in the air and the SGA elections committee is going over that. Assuming that they are, you can expect very divisive leaders of these tickets. They really don't care for creating a sense of unity within not only the SGA but just UMass as a whole, and that sets us miles apart from the rest. We're really just a really new form of energy in the SGA. We're going to shift the dynamic.
Yeah, another good point to go off of that. So the SGA has, to our knowledge, has never had a third-party candidate win the ticket, and we think that would be a great change to make sure that we're not just focusing on one side of on one side of the political spectrum. We want to make sure that we create a sort of apolitical environment in the SGA so that no one feels left out. We want to address the needs of the entire student population, not just a specific subset, not just the friends of the SGA, not just people, not just the 9% who voted last year for the SGA, for positions in the SGA. We want the full 100% to be represented.
Okay. If you guys are ready for your next question, I'll ask that now. So how do you plan to support the entire student body, including students in different time zones, students in varying living situations with different access to the internet, disabilities, or other challenges or vulnerabilities given the pandemic? And how do you plan to support and represent that extensive student body specifically? Your time can start right now.
All right. So I feel like this is a question that is going to be coming up, not just for the SGA, but just like across the board for all universities all over the country. Um, this is something that can be handled a variety of ways, but I feel like, and I know that Joe feels like, a very important way is to simply ask these students that are in need of internet access, are in need of proper housing, are in need of assistance, or maybe there's some discrepancy between time zones from when they have an exam versus when they have class, stuff like that. The first step would be to reach out and ask, what do you want to see? What do you like? What works best for you? You can kind of gauge what works best for certain types of people, and from there you can take the next step, which would be to act on that. So obviously you lay the groundwork, you make sure that all the steps are in place, everybody knows what they're going to do, everybody knows what's going to work and what's not going to work before you can make any type of action or decision. And that's really important. I feel like sometimes UMass might just make a decision without fully taking into consideration what certain students might work for them and what might not work for them. There's a lot of people here on student visas who don't know if they can even, come back after they leave the United States. I have multiple friends or Chinese exchange students from Hong Kong, and who know they tell me, who knows, what if I go there and I disappear? You never hear about me again. There's different political climates in other parts of the world that we need to take into consideration here, not only in the US, but at UMass specifically. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And Joe, if you want to add on to that.
Yeah, I think the main thing to add on to that, aside from as Eve mentioned, kind of creating this open dialogue with students, is also being flexible with that open dialogue. Um, just kind of being able to be an understanding person and understand that everyone may not be fortunate enough to maybe be able to afford a stable internet connection, stay in the East Coast where everything is at the appropriate time. It's important just to be a compassionate human being. That's the main thing that it comes down to: having empathy for all walks of life, all different kinds of people, and understanding that that all these people are valuable, all these people are important, and we have to make sure that their needs are addressed.
Awesome. Um, yeah, and that's all I have for you guys. So thank you guys so much for chatting with me today. I really appreciate it and best of luck.
Thank you very much.